All of the former living presidents and first ladies joined forces yesterday to send a powerful message to Donald Trump. You are not like us. Stay the hell away. We may come from different political parties, but we all believe in the rule of law. We all believe in the peaceful transfer of power. We all believe in civil rights. We all believe in empathy. We all believe in the continuity of our democracy. Stay the hell away, Donald. Now, we know yesterday was the opening of the presidential library of former President Obama. Notably, Donald Trump has continuously mocked Obama's presidential library campus, which spans over 19 acres. Donald Trump's been making posts comparing it to a garbage can. When you actually look at it, though, it is beautiful. It is lively. It tells a story. It reflects former President Obama's connections with Chicago. And it was such a powerful image yesterday, wasn't it? To see all the former living presidents and first ladies side by side. And when we heard the speeches that were given, the messages were clearly being directed at Donald Trump. Again, you are not like us. And when we heard former President Obama give his speech, he talked about how all of the presidents who are here, we may have different political views, come from different political parties. We may have differences when it comes to this specific plan or this specific policy, but fundamentally, we all agree in shared values and principles. And the message was Donald Trump doesn't share those values and principles. Notably, you also had California Governor Gavin Newsom attend. You had Kamala Harris, former First Lady Harris, attend. And they also expressed, wow, isn't this incredible just to see normalcy? We kind of forget that this all existed once upon a time. These former presidents who at least were dignified in their handling of things, whether we agreed with their policies or didn't agree with their policies, they reflected the values of the United States of America. You see this group photo right here, and while Donald Trump is watching all of these musical acts cancel on him for the July 4th event and for his Freedom 250 event and America 250, whatever he's calling it now, which perverted the 250th anniversary of the United States. No one wants to be associated with Donald Trump. Just think about the people who showed up for Obama's opening. In addition to all the former presidents and first ladies, Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Wonder, Bono and the Edge, John Legend, Christina Aguilera, Mark Anthony, Jennifer Hudson, Eddie Vedder, The Roots. I could keep going on. You had Tom Hanks. You had David Letterman. You had Stephen Colbert. And everybody was having just a good time. Everybody was there supporting each other, and it was definitely an incredible thing to watch. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is watching the reflecting pool fill up with disgusting green algae, and now the hydrogen peroxide poured into this green sludgy swamp has taken the blue paint on the bottom and destroyed that. So it looks like when you look in the reflecting pool, you have these like mutant stingray looking things. That's the blue paint, all over. I mean, it looks like they're like living weird creatures that are under there. It is very deranged. And state regime media, which calls itself Fox, was livid at what they were seeing in Chicago. What a beautiful library it was. What a beautiful ceremony it was. Seeing all of these former presidents reflect such love. I'll share this with you as well. This is how the event was described. I'll just show you 20 seconds of it about how Donald Trump was specifically not invited. Let's play this clip.
Celebration of community.
A community hub with a playground, recording studio, and basketball court. Among those at the grand opening, former Presidents Biden, Clinton, and Bush, though not President Trump, who wasn't invited. Obama seemed emotional as his wife Michelle recounted his legacy and said she hopes the center brings optimism to the country.
Then the George W. Bush Presidential Center posted the following message. For the last 13 years, the Bush Center has proudly carried the flag as the new kid on the Presidential Center block. Today, the Barack Obama Presidential Center takes on that role. On behalf of all of us at the Bush Center, congratulations to the Obama Foundation team. Take it from us. Once the pomp and circumstance of opening passes, the real fun begins. Serving the American people and guests from around the world. We'll be cheering you on from Dallas. The 43rd president and the 44th president at the dedication of the George W. Bush Presidential Center, April 25th, 2013. This is the photo that you see of former President Obama. The continuity with former President George W. Bush. Now, folks, let me be very clear. I personally believe, and I'm sure most of you do as well, that George W. Bush was a terrible president. But I will say this, the way he has conducted himself afterwards was with dignity. And for all of my criticisms in real time, although I was in college when George W. Bush was in office, and I think I was just starting law school as well, for all of my criticism in real time back then, what I would do right now to have that, to have him over Donald Trump, and that's saying a lot right now, because at least in him, it was someone who, I didn't doubt, at least understood that we had a constitution and liked our constitution in any event. With all of these former presidents there at the presidential library, this was to me the most powerful part of what former President Obama said. It was part of the message that we heard from all of these former presidents. We may have our differences, but we stand for democracy and these enduring values. Watch what Obama said here. Play this clip.
A belief in the intrinsic dignity and worth of all people, and that no one is above the law or beneath its protection. A belief in checks and balances in our government and an accountability that comes with it, an independent judiciary and a robust free press. A belief that our military and law enforcement owe allegiance not to any president or political party, but to the people and our Constitution. A belief in the peaceful transfer of power after the people have spoken in fair and free elections, recognizing that in a large, complicated society like ours, no group or faction gets its way 100% of the time. And a belief that qualities of character, honesty, integrity, kindness, compassion, a sense of duty and honor, those things matter in our public dealings, just as they do in our private lives. These are not these are the values and traditions I believe in. And they are not Republican or Democratic values. They're American values we can all share, regardless of party. Values every president here today, as different as we are, has tried our best to uphold. Values that John McCain and Mitt Romney believed in no less than I did. It is our greatest inheritance.
Hey everybody, Ben Meiselas here from the MeidasTouch Network. I wanted to let you know about my podcast partner, Michael Popak's new law firm. It's called the Popak Firm. Michael Popak's pursuing his dream of starting his own law firm, really based on the popular demand by all the Meidas Mighty and legal AFers who are approaching Michael Popak with their cases and saying, can you help us? And at that time, Popak was not able to. So he went out on his own. He started the Popak Firm, where he is now handling catastrophic injury cases like car accident cases, trucking cases, malpractice cases, big negligence cases, wrongful death cases. So if you or someone you know have a case like this, the consultation with Popak's firm is free. Give him a call. See if you have a case. It's thepopakfirm.com, thepopakfirm.com, or you can call 877-POPOK-AF, P-O-P-O-K-A-F. So 1-877-POPOK-AF. Give Michael Popak a call. And I'm really proud of you, Popak. Thanks for all the hard work you're putting in. And while Donald Trump is festering in his sludge, his green, slimy, swampy, right? The symbolism is there, fraudy, corrupt world, then you have former President Biden going on Jay Leno's garage. Did you see this? I mean, you have Donald Trump who can't even walk. And then you've got former President Biden doing this on Jay Leno's garage. You see this? Here, play this clip.
Sounds good. Try your brakes. They're good.
And this was such a special moment where former President Biden was speaking about his son, Beau. And when Beau was about to die, Beau spoke to Joe Biden and said, "Dad, don't quit, Dad. This moment made me cry when I was watching this part of." You should watch the full part of the interview with Biden and Leno, but watch this for yourself right here. Let's play this clip.
To Beau's house. So after dinner, Jill said, "I'm going to go home and change." And Beau said, "Can you stick around with that?" I said, "Sure." He turned to his wife and said, "Can you take the kids outside for the pool?" He said, "Dad," he said, "I know what you're going to do." He said, "Dad, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm going to be okay. I know I'm going to die. I'm all right." He said, "But Dad, I know what you're going to do. You're going to quit when I die." I said, "Beau," he said, "Dad, look at me." And his bicep, he puts this like, "Look at me, Dad." So I'm looking, he said, "God damn it, don't look at me, Dad." And I said, "Give me your word as a Biden. You will not quit when I die. Give me your word." I said, "Beau," he said, "Dad, give me your word, God damn it." So I'll give you my word, Beau, I will not quit. Because I plan on quitting when he died. And that's why I wrote that book, Promise Me, Dad. Right.
And as I mentioned, state regime media was livid and jealous. Here you have the hosts like Kennedy saying, "Oh, Obama wants a bunch of attention." Here, play this clip.
So Biden's not going to have it. Clinton doesn't care. He's already soiled every room in his presidential library. Bush has cost half as much. No one talks about it. That's all he's ever wanted for his post-presidency. And Obama wants a bunch of attention. It's negative, and that is going to break his narcissistic heart.
All right.
Jesse Waters was flipping out. Let's play this clip right here.
That is Barack Hussein Obama. You know, they got on President Trump for building monuments to himself and then inviting entertainers to come sing. He was doing that for the American people. He was doing that for America 250. Barack Obama built a monument literally to himself and then had U2 come and sing to him, and the liberals love it. When Trump does it, they sue. They try to block it. They try to defund it. But when Barack does it, it's all good. It's all good. Barry deserves it.
You know, what was missing, Jessica, from the libraries is a floor devoted to Kenya. And by the way, not in the library, birth certificate, not even the long form, Jessica.
What are we going to do? Luckily, our current president is still getting to the bottom of that one. Every living president has a library. Everyone has an opening ceremony. Everyone has friends, performances, whatever it is. We will watch when Trump opens it's Miami, right? That his library is going in there, and he'll have Vanilla Ice and Kid Rock. And you guys will say that you've never heard such a beautiful rendition.
Yeah, but we don't try to shame the entertainers out of doing this event. Every time a person tries to sing for Trump, you guys call his publicist and embarrass him into getting out.
Well, first of all, there's a natural surge from fan bases that they don't want these entertainers playing at a co-opting of America's birthday, turning into a Trump rally, which is exactly what Trump is doing. He's now said it, that it's going to be the greatest Trump rally of all time, when it's supposed to be about celebrating what we've done over the last 250 years. So yeah, Martina McBride, like, She can't go out there and do that when it is just a celebration of Donald Trump in the same way. That is very different from the library. Whoever goes to the library, that is about Trump, and this was about Obama. But the guy has a 57% approval rating, the highest of any living president surveyed.
And again, as I reflect on Donald Trump and the former presidents, I just think yesterday Donald Trump couldn't even attach or latch the Congressional Medal of Honor. And I think about the split screen of former President Biden, the dignity with which he gave the congressional honor versus what I saw in Donald Trump yesterday. Here, let's play this clip right here for everybody so they can see for themselves. Let's play it. And it's such a big contrast, right? The humility, the purpose-driven speeches that you heard at Obama's presidential library versus Donald Trump yesterday, all alone, cognitively, physically rotting before eyes, cuts on his hands, swollen legs, can't walk straight. And then Donald Trump saying, I want the congressional honor for me. I deserve this medal. Watch what Trump said. Let's play it.
Other than that, it's another day in paradise. Well, thank you very much, Chaplain. I have no higher privilege than serving as the Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Armed Forces. I'm so proud of them. A 250-year tradition of the bravest and greatest heroes ever to walk the earth. But only a few have received our highest military distinction, the Congressional Medal of Honor. I wanted to give it to myself, but I was informed I couldn't do it, and I couldn't find anything where I was actually worthy. So here we are. You understand?
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think about all of this. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. And thank you so much for watching this. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. New Meidas merch. Head to store.MeidasTouch.com today and get yourself the best pro-democracy gear and show your support. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.